What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? Coach Cole here with you, getting ready for another exciting episode of Sports Frenzy. You'd think I'd actually take a look at myself and before I go on the air, wouldn't you? That's all right. There we go. Look a little more human now. All right, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a great week. First week back for most of us from Thanksgiving break. Hope everybody had a super break, as it felt like it went really fast this year. But yeah. Hey, you know what? The countdown begins, doesn't it? We are getting closer and closer to the to Christmas and the end of the year. Wow, I can't believe end of the actual physical year, not the school year yet for those of us in school. But yes, we're have 3 episodes, two to 3 episodes left of Frenzy before we'll be back on break. So I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving break, and this week hasn't been too torturous on anybody. Let's see, what kind of information do I got for you guys to start the show with tonight? Just for for everybody. Actually, this information is for everybody. If you haven't read the email yet, I sent out an email to everyone, letting you guys know that it's. I know that third week, our final week of school and final week of the basically the new of 2019 for us here at the schools. Do you guys, on the 20th, which would be that third Friday, a couple Fridays from now, do you guys want me to do a sports frenzy for you, or is everybody going to be celebrating and doing their Christmas / holiday parties / whatever you guys call them these days? So it's totally up to you guys, but you can shoot me an email on my email, shoot the email back to me, and let me know how you guys feel about that. If you want a frenzy, we will certainly get one done for you. If you're going to be doing, some Christmas partying and having some fun that way, hey, you know what? That's okay too. So no, don't worry about the coach. If that's what you guys want to do, then we can certainly not do a frenzy that week. So just keep me posted, guys. You got my email address. I've sent you an email about it. Just let me know what works for everybody else, and that's how we will roll, because that's how we do things here at the Frenzy. Another thing that kind of just really actually slipped past my mind, and it's just because it's been such a busy year, is that NASCAR is currently over right now. So congratulations went out to my guy, Kyle Busch, who pretty much took the season this year and won. So, yes, congratulations goes out to him. And so that's why there's no NASCAR sheets right now, because NASCAR is officially done for the season. But you know how that works. It'll come back before the end of the Sports Frenzy season. And, yes, we still have some college football games. All the high school action as far as football goes is done now. Until next season, so we're done with that. Something I always tell you guys at the beginning of basketball season, we will try to get some high school basketball games out there for you guys. We don't have any this week on the sheets, but high school basketball don't just strictly play on Friday nights, so it's a bit harder to fit those games in on frenzy sheets, and we'll work with what we can. We'll get we can do I'll try and find us some high school games that might work on Fridays, and either in boys high school basketball or girls high school basketball. We could even do that too, if I can find them and if they line up with the Sports Frenzy show. So if not, we're getting into that time of the year where we're not going to see, other than our college teams, there might not be as much locally provided action going on with you guys. However, we do have, and I don't have them on the sheets this week, we do have, and the name escapes my mind right now. We have the high school hockey team that is made up of. It is our team that is made up of all the different Lenawee United Hockey, and it's made up of all our a bunch of our players up from the different schools in Lenawee County. And I when I made the sheets, I totally didn't even think to look at their schedule to see if they had a game this week. Unfortunately, so sorry about that. But we will start covering these guys. This is Lenawee United High School Hockey, and it is what makes this unique. It is several of our high school teams from around Lenawee County. Not every individual class or not every individual school that we work with that in Lenawee County has a hockey team. So what they did is several of our teams. Several kids from all over Lenawee County of the schools that have participated. I think everybody participated in this, if I remember correctly. I don't have the numbers for you as to how many from each school, but they put together a hockey team. And it's pretty cool. They're actually doing fairly well right now, doing really good. So, yes, we'll start covering them in the near future. So we will actually have some somewhat local coverage going on, and then we'll carry that for you guys. All right, so let's see. I think that's about all the house cleaning we have for you guys right now, as far as the things I can think of right off the top of my head. So let's go ahead and get started. It is Season 10, Episode 12 of Sports Frenzy, and we are, as I already stated, winding down the 2019 year. And we have some college regular season games still going this week. And before long, I'm not sure. I have to look into that. I haven't looked yet. It's been, like I said, it's been super busy, and so some of the sports pieces have fallen down a little bit. See when the actual bowl games start, because there's 1,000,001 bowls. Pretty much everybody in college that wants a bowl game gets a bowl game now. Unfortunately, I haven't got a Sports Frenzy Bowl yet. I don't know why. We should have a Sports Frenzy Bowl by now. Somebody should have picked it up, but they haven't yet. So, hey, people out there, you want another bowl game to add to the schedule? Sports Frenzy, you can look for a Sports Frenzy Bowl. We'll certainly, I'll come out, and you can fly me out somewhere, or Chet send me out somewhere. I know a few of my friends. Yeah. We'll bring a crew. How's that sound? Get us a bowl game, put a crew together, and we'll go somewhere and have the Sports Frenzy Bowl. And again, this week is not an official live show on Facebook because we're shooting the show on Wednesday nights, because Thursday nights will be Hope Hoopster action. That's our usual recording night for the show. So some of our games will be off by one. It won't affect our football games, but some of our college games, college might affect a little bit, some of our college basketball and some of our hockey. Because as we're filming tonight, I know there are some games being played tonight. So everything on the sheets are up to date as of the filming of the show this week on Wednesday night. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is Season 10, Episode 12. Enough rambling from the coach. Let's get into this week's games for you guys. So like I stated, we still have some college football action going on. And these aren't just all throwaway games either. We have some ranked teams and some good games this week. And this is week 15 for our college action. All right, so we have the number 8th ranked Baylor Bears. Baylor Bears have 11 wins and 1 loss. Excuse me. And they are traveling to and playing against the Oklahoma Sooners. They are the number 6th ranked Oklahoma Sooners. Sorry. And they have 11 wins and 1 loss. Easily, this could have been a 3-point bonus game to start off the week, but I didn't go there on this game. So, anticipate this should be a good game. Kickoff is at 12 p.m., and it's going to be on ABC. So, so the announcer from AEW is good old JR. And JR is an Oklahoma Sooner. So I'm going to go with the number 6th ranked Oklahoma Sooners for the victory this week. All right. And our next game, we have the Miami Redhawks. They have 7 wins and 5 losses. They are traveling to and playing against Central Michigan. Central Michigan has 8 wins and 4 losses. Kickoff for this game is 12 p.m. and you can watch it on ESPN2. Let's see here. I thought I had something coming in, a quick message, but I did not, so we're good. I am going, of course, with Central Michigan. A stat that came into me from my brother and good buddy, Wookie Blattman. He sent me a thing that said an interesting thing in football that every Michigan team is bowl eligible this year. So that's Michigan, MSU, Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, and Central Michigan, all bowl eligible. So that's cool. Those will be some fun games to watch for most of the teams. Anyway, as I stated already, I'm going Central Michigan for the victory. Come on, sheets. All right. Our next game. Still continuing on with college football action. The Louisiana Lafayette Ragin' Cajuns. They have 10 wins and 2 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Appalachian State Mountaineers. The Mountaineers have 11 wins and 1 loss. Wow. Kickoff for this game is 12 p.m. and you can watch it. It will be on ESPN. Louisiana Lafayette Ragin' Cajuns. Oh, gosh, even though it was a long time ago, the Appalachian State list still leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And I just think the name Ragin' Cajuns seems kind of cool. I'm giving the win to the Ragin' Cajuns. All right. Up next, we have another ranked couple games in our ranked teams in our game here. Number 21 ranked, the Cincinnati Bearcats. The Bearcats have 10 wins and 2 losses going into this game. And they are traveling to and playing against the number 15th ranked Memphis Tigers. The Tigers have 11 wins and 1 loss. Kickoff for this game is 3:30, and that can be seen on ABC. 10-2 and 11-1. Hmm. $15 versus 21. I'm going to go with the Memphis Tigers, and I have no real reason for it. Just, I don't know. That's just who I'm going to go ahead and pick, is the Memphis Tigers. All right. This next game, well, there it is. It's your first three-point bonus game. It's your first three-point bonus game. Come on, everybody, now it's your first 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is. 3-point game. 3-point bonus game, and this one, I'm expecting it to be a good game. We have the 4th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs. They have 11 wins and 1 loss. But they are traveling to and playing against the number 1-ranked LSU Tigers. The Tigers went undefeated this season. They have 12 wins and 0 losses. Kickoff for this game is at 4:30 p.m. And you're going to be able to watch this one on CBS. They're undefeated. They haven't lost at all this season. No point in going against LSU. I'm hoping this will be a good game. But I'm going LSU for the victory this week. Our next football game, college football game, we have the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. They have 9 wins and 4 losses. They're on the road this week, traveling to Boise State. Wow. Who has 11 wins and 1 loss and is ranked 19th. Go from Hawaii to Idaho. And I imagine it's probably cold in Idaho. Kickoff for this game is 4:30 p.m. and it's on ESPN. Hawaii would be a good place for them to have a Sports Frenzy Bowl. We could go there. They're number 19th. as much as I'd like to root for the nice Hawaiian team, Boise State only has one loss. So, and if they're going to be playing in the cold, I don't know how ready a Hawaiian team's going to be ready for that. Who knows? That's probably stereotyping or something. I don't know. I'd rather be playing in Hawaii. Let's put it that way. But I'm going, just so it's clear, I'm going with Boise State. I believe this is our last college football game this week. We have the unranked Virginia Cavaliers. The Cavaliers have 9 wins and 3 losses. And unfortunately, they have to play the number 3rd ranked Clemson Tigers. Clemson Tigers are 12 wins and 0 losses. They are undefeated as well. Kickoff for this game is 7 p.m. And it's on cable, or it's on network ABC. And who knows how many people will be watching this game, because pretty clearly I'm thinking, the Clemson Tigers are going to win this. So, if you're wanting to watch football, you'll probably watch this game. If not, you maybe there might be some good basketball games on that night too. Who knows? Or you might be watching Christmas movies or something. I don't know. It's possible. Sat my pen down somewhere, and I don't know where it's at now. Luckily, my bag is right here, and I can get out another pen. All right. So I am going with Clemson. All right, we're moving into NFL football action. And, I was reminded by my good buddy Jamie Rose. Back in the day, we made up our own sound effects. And he's like, man, you don't do many of the sound effects anymore. So, just for you, Jamie Rose, here is the NFL. Dun-dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun-dun-dun. There you go. That's the best I got for you for the NFL. The NFL sounds. And it gets even better from here, because is week 14 in a NFL action. And our first game features the 3 wins, 8 losses, 1 tie, your Detroit Lions. Not much can be said about the Lions right now, other than they're looking towards getting a top draft pick, which we'll screw up somehow, because we always do. But I will say this: that new guy we brought in for quarterback, what was his name? Dow, something like that. Geez, I haven't even done any research on the guy, but it's the Detroit Lions, so, typical Lions, still doing Detroit Lion type stuff. We know Stafford is still injured, but wants to come back. But this guy was actually not too bad. Geez, I feel I feel like I'm sorry I don't have the guy's name right. It's on the tip of my tongue. And David Blau. David Blau. Okay, so David Blau is our starting quarterback now, and I gotta tell you, he played not half too bad. He's got a similar. I'd say he's got a similar style to Stafford. He actually looked more comfortable throwing the ball around and throwing the long ball. I mean, but it's the Detroit Lions, and I'm hyping them up a little bit because I don't know why I'm hyping them up. We all know they're not. The season's over. It's not going to be that great. They're playing the the logo. Come here, logo. The 8 wins and 4 losses Minnesota Vikings. Kickoff for this game is 1 p.m. on Fox. As a I don't even know. I wouldn't even say I'm a fan anymore. As a Lions person, supporter, you know they're not going to win. We know they're not going to win. We know they can't beat them. I mean, they couldn't even get past the last several. I mean, they blew the last game. You know, I can't make excuses for them. I'm just going to say I'll still support them with a big chuckle. I'll still support the Detroit Lions. Go Lions. You know, David Blau, however you pronounce your name. Sorry if I'm butchering it. Just continue to rock on, dude. Get out there and try and be the next best quarterback we can have. All right, this next game is kind of laughable too. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I try to put the games on here that I think might be televised games. And I know most of the time. And so this is some kind of battle for that team down below our state, the state below us, some kind of battle there. And it usually means something. Well, I honestly don't know what they're playing for now and what it would mean anymore, because you have the Cincinnati Bengals. They have 1 win and 11 losses on the season. And they're traveling to and playing against their arch rival, the Cleveland Browns. The Browns have 6 wins and 7 losses. They have a pretty cool quarterback, dude. Now, yes, the Browns have had some controversy with some of their stuff they've been doing, or some of the things that happened. But, so kickoff for this game's 1 p.m. Should be on CBS. And, without rambling on more and more about it, I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns. All right, so this next game is on here because it's 2 of the teams that we, in my classroom at school, support. We have the... they're not doing as well as the season was supposed to be, but they're not doing horrible either. We have the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs have 8 wins and 4 losses. But they are on the road this week. They are traveling to and playing the New England Patriots. Tom Brady and the Patriots. Tom Brady a little bit haven't had some debts to pay this week with his talking up of Michigan football. But you know what? That's what we do. We go blue, we bleed blue, and we stand behind our team no matter what happens. Anyway, New England Patriots. They have 10 wins and 2 losses. They got a second loss. And anyway, it's only 2 on the season, so no big deal. Nothing to panic about. Anyway, kickoff for this game is 4:30 p.m. And that game's supposed to be on CBS. So we shall see. I mean, these are my 2 teams right here. Honestly, I can't pick against either one of them. It's my, a couple of the other teams that I really like to follow. It goes Detroit Lions, And then no, in no particular order, Kansas City and New England. New England. So I'm not gonna make a pick in this game just because I like both these teams. Um, yeah, so that's what I've got to say about that. Hopefully it's a good game. I'd like to see a good game. And may the best team win. So that's the one game I'm not going to pick this week. Tim defers. Okay, so that's all the NFL action we have for you guys. Next on our list, we're going into NHL hockey action. And these games are also played on Friday or Saturday nights. Our first game is a Saturday night game. Puck drops at 7 p.m. and it's on FSD. The first team we have is the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Penguins have 14 wins, 9 losses, and 4 overtime losses. And they are on the road traveling to and playing against the struggling Detroit Red Wings. The Wings have 7 wins, 20 losses, and 3 overtime losses. Now, on Frenzy, I was posting I like our coach. I do. He's an awesome coach. But maybe it's time for him to go back to coaching the Griffins. And I thought, you know what? Let's bring back Babcock because he got fired from his other team. So, but man, I'm having a hard time believing everything that I'm hearing now about Babcock. I mean, a lot of people didn't like him. I mean, the guy brought us championships to Detroit. The guy was, he's friends with the Red Wings announcers. He hung out here all the time. I realized he quit to go to a different team. And, now we can say, how'd that work out for you, pal? But where is all this negativity coming from about Babcock now? I just can't believe, he's got such negativity coming out. And it's just crazy. I mean, I was ready to welcome him back with open arms. But now I kind of want to know why people hate him so badly and what the heck happened. Because I always thought we loved him here in Detroit. And I always thought we wanted him, he was our man. That everybody was bummed when he left. But now they're saying, I'm hearing all kinds of negative stuff about him. It's insane how this stuff works. I don't even know what to think about it anymore. Again, loyalist me is going to go with the Detroit Red Wings. They probably have about as good of a chance of winning as the Lions do right now. So, go Red Wings, go. All right. And you know what? I haven't even touched the stuff yet tonight. So we probably should fire up before we gotta down the juice, man. That's right. We gotta get some lemonade in us. Power up with some lemonade. Again, I'm drinking Aldi brand. $1.29 at Aldi. I can't beat that price. Good stuff for a nice big bottle of lemonade. And why pour it into a glass? Drink it right out of the bottle. Because, nobody else in my house is drinking my lemonade anyway. So, drink it right out of the bottle. Refreshing. And with the refreshing, we're still into the hockey. And with hockey, we got to tune up the old clipboard. Because it's time. It is time. It's really time. Should we try and change up the tune a little bit? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Alright. Is it time for... It's time for the St. Louis Blues. Oh, it's time for those blues. But let's see who they're playing first. And we'll talk a little bit about them. Oh, we got the Toronto Maple Leafs coming to town. I said those Toronto Maple Leafs. And they have 13 wins. And 12 losses. And 4 overtime losses too. I said 4 overtime losses too. Voice got a little high on that one. A little more juice. A little more lemonade. All right. Maybe getting a little out of my range here. I don't know. I said, all right. Now let's talk about those St. Louis Blues. Oh, those St. Louis Blues. The good old St. Louis Blues. They have 18 wins. And 5 losses. Could they be repeating champions this year? We'll just have to stay tuned. They have 6 ties too. And the puck drops at 7 p.m. Oh, 7 p.m. on Saturday. A Saturday night game. But it's not televised. Oh, man, it's not televised. So I just can't watch my St. Louis Blues. But I can pick them. I forgot to say that. Forgot to say that in the song. You guys know, of course, I'm going with the St. Louis Blues for the victory. I think they got a good chance at. It's still way early yet, but they got a good chance at going back, repeating this year. They got back on their winning ways for sure. That's for sure. All right. Logos for that. The old St. Louis Blues. Oh, I know you guys all enjoy a good song or two from the coach. I just got to learn to play guitar so I can actually play the blues. Break out a harmonica or something. Somewhere around here I have a harmonica. I used to anyway. Not quite sure what I did with it. I'm not saying I could play it. I just said I have a harmonica. All right, enough of that. Moving into our minor league college. What did I just say? I think I got a lack of oxygen in the brain or something. Minor league hockey action is what I meant to say. AHL action to be exact, which is the American Hockey League for those who don't know at home. We have the Rockford Ice Hogs. The Ice Hogs have 11 wins and 8 losses. And they are traveling. They're on the road this week, traveling to and playing against our Grand Rapid Griffins. The Griffins have 9 wins, 11 losses, and 1 overtime loss. The puck drops for this game at 7 p.m. It's not a televised game, but let me tell you what you can do. as we talk about this every week. You can go to AHL.com and you can get yourself a like a pay-per-view type thing. You can either buy it as a single pay-per-view, you can buy a season pass, you can buy a league pass. I think they have like a season pass for individual teams or a league pass that covers every team. If you're into that, you can stream it right on your favorite device, computer, laptop, tablet, something like that. Maybe even a smart TV. You might be able to do it on the internet on that too. So there are several ways that you can actually watch this game, or if you're in the Grand Rapids area, you could just go over there and get a ticket and go to the game. All right, you guys know who I got. I got the Grand Rapids Griffins. Some more minor league hockey action. We have ECHL action. And we have the Brampton Beasts. The Beasts have 13 wins, 6 losses, and 1 overtime loss. And they are traveling to and playing against your Toledo Walleye. The Walleye have 11 wins, 6 losses, and 1 overtime loss. The puck drops at 7 p.m. And this is not a televised game either. But you know it's Toledo. So go down and see Toledo, buy a Walleye ticket. They're very cheap. You can do that. Or if you can't and you don't want to do that and you'd rather stay home and watch a game, ECHL TV has the pay-per-view options as well. All right. For me, it's always the Toledo Walleye. Okay, it is, as I've been hearing this week on TV. It started last week, over the weekend, I believe. But it's been, they keep saying, they were saying on, what was I watching? Was it the CBS sports show, maybe? One of the sports shows on TV kept saying, college basketball season is back. College basketball season is back. And college basketball season is back. You are right. And we'll be covering Friday and Saturday games on here. We could probably end up covering some Sunday games. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, right now these games all fell under our Friday, Saturday category, so we're good. So we're starting with our local colleges. Get some of our local college action back involved. And we're talking about those Adrian Bulldogs. Bulldogs season not starting off superb. They have 3 wins and 4 losses. They're going to be on the road this week playing the Case Western Reserves. They have 3 wins and 3 losses. Tip-off for this game is 12 p.m. And this is not a televised game. They don't. I don't know, though. You might want to check out the Adrian YouTube page. Because sometimes, I don't know if they were exclusively covering just the football games, or if they cover basketball too. I haven't been on the YouTube page in a while. Another one of those things, maybe I'll try and research for you guys and see. And I'll get back with you on the answer on that one. But for me, I've got, of course, Adrian College for the victory. Keeping with our local college themes, we also have to represent our other college here in Adrian. But first, we'll start off with the other team. Indiana Tech Warriors. They have 3 wins and 7 losses. They are traveling to, right here in the good old Adrian, Michigan, traveling to and playing against the Siena Heights Saints, who have 4 wins and 6 losses. Tip-off for this game is Friday. I forgot to put the Friday on there, sorry. Tip-off for this game is Friday at 3:30. Not a televised game, but it's right here in Adrian. Head on down to Siena Heights and get yourself a ticket. Or not even really a ticket. You just have to go in and pay and walk in there and find a seat and watch some Siena Heights basketball action. It should be mentioned, too, this is men's college basketball action. I don't have any girls' college basketball action on here this week. Although we'll start, I'll try and get some of that coverage on here for you guys as well, too. So we don't discriminate here on the Sports Frenzy. We'll see what we can do as the season goes on. I got Siena Heights for the victory. And one last somewhat local team, we have the Hillsdale Chargers. Get that logo. Hillsdale Chargers. The Chargers have 3 wins and 4 losses, and they're on the road this week. They are traveling to and playing against Ohio Valley Fighting Scots. The Fighting Scots. They have 2 wins and 3 losses. Tip-off for this game is 3:30, and it's not a televised game either. But as cool as the Scots name sounds, you know, I have my buddy Gordy and his son coach the Hillsdale baseball team. So we show our love and support for Hillsdale on the show. Go Chargers! Get a victory this week in basketball action. All right, next up, it was a rough night, Tuesday night, for the Michigan Wolverine basketball program, but holy cow, has Juwan Howard been, Coach Juwan Howard, yes, that's right, Coach Juwan Howard, has he not been awesome for Michigan basketball, or what? Are you getting excited about what his future recruits are going to look like? The dynamics of this team, I am not by any means trashing Coach Beeline because, you know, he's amazing and awesome too. And he is struggling as an NBA coach right now. I don't know if it's so much him or just the team in general. But anyway, this team, before Tuesday night's loss to the number 1 ranked team, I might add, had 7 wins under their belt. And they took out 2 top-ranked teams, and they took home a championship at the tournament they were playing in. So, off to a fiery, great start is the world's greatest college. But let's talk about who they're playing first, because they're playing Michigan at home this week. Okay? We have the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hawkeyes have 6 wins and 2 losses. But they are traveling to and playing against the world's greatest college team. We're talking about those mighty Michigan Wolverines. The Wolverines come into this game with 7 wins and 1 loss because it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Go Blue! Oh my goodness, and I forgot, This is also our second 3 points. 3 points. It's your second 3-point bonus game. Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Go Blue! Blue for the victory all day long. You know, and that's another thing. I still bleed blue. I still support Coach Harbaugh. I still support all our Michigan teams because Michigan isn't just about football. Some people like to just go, some people are always like, it's just about football. Nope, it's not. Not with me. I bleed blue all the way through for all our teams. Support basketball, college, or hockey, lacrosse, wrestling. I love it all. Anything that's in the blue, in the maize and blue, I love it sports-wise. So go blue for everything Michigan. Softball, baseball, fishing. I don't even know if they have a fishing team, but excuse me. Anyway, Michigan basketball also, as I'm getting hyped and excited about Michigan basketball, they're ranked number 4th in the nation as of the recording of this show Wednesday night. And there are other people out there like Bama Buer, who support other teams as well, not just their football teams. And that's why we have this game on here this week. We have the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks. They have 7 wins and 1 loss. And they are traveling to and playing against... And I don't have the logo for this one. I left it sitting on my table at work. And I remember seeing it visually on my table at work saying, you got to bring this home with you tonight, Coach, because you're going to need it for tonight's show. And I did not. So I don't have a logo representing Alabama right now. The Crimson Tide. Roll for Bama Buer. They only have 3 wins and 4 losses. But I think this is the week. The tip-off for this game is 8 p.m. Friday. Not a televised game. But I think this is the week they get it done. Roll Tide roll for our Bama family friends. And that's who I'm giving the victory to. And I'm sorry I don't have the logo. Like I said, it's sitting on my desk at work. So, yeah. What's a man going to do sometime? All right, your last college game I have for you this week is the number 12th ranked Arizona Wildcats. The Arizona Wildcats have 9 wins and 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the number 18th ranked Baylor Bears. The Baylor Bears have 5 wins and 1 loss. Tip-off for this game is Saturday. It's a Saturday game, 12 p.m. This one you can watch as a televised game. It's on ESPNU. I'm going to give the Wildcats. Go with the Wildcats for the victory. Arizona team. All right, we're moving into our final games this week. We have NBA basketball action for you guys. And again, these are all Friday and Saturday night games as well. Let's see who we start with here. We got yes. We have the 13 wins and 7 losses, the Indiana Pacers, and they are traveling to and playing against the 8 wins and 13 losses. We're talking about those Detroit basketball. That's right. The Pistons. The Detroit Pistons. Tip-off for this game is Friday night, 7 p.m. You can watch it on FSD. Pistons have 8 wins and 13 losses. They're struggling on the season right now. The Indiana Pacers are red hot, but it's in Detroit. And I got no loyalty to the Pacers anymore since Larry Bird's no longer there. The only reason I even liked the Pacers was because of Larry Bird being with the organization. And he's not with the organization anymore. So, I'm going with Detroit basketball. That's right. Go Pistons. Your next game is the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets have 13 wins and 5 losses. They are on the road this week, traveling to and playing against my other favorite team, also because of the legendary Larry Bird. But he's not with them anymore, at least not right now. Talking about those Boston Celtics. The Celtics have 14 wins and 5 losses. Tip-off for this game is Friday night, 8 p.m. And you can watch this game if the Pistons are getting destroyed. Yeah, you can watch this game on ESPN. I am going, of course, with my Boston Celtics for the victory. And talking about Coach John Beilein, we are coming up to his team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's not having a great season with the Cavaliers so far. The Cavaliers are 5 wins and 15 losses. And unfortunately, they have a tough one ahead of them as they travel to and play against the red-hot. Who would ever thought we'd say that Philadelphia 76ers would be red hot in this day and age? They have 15 wins and 6 losses. This game tips off at 7:30 on NBA TV. That's funny. I didn't even put a clock with that one. 7:30. Game, and I'd like to stand behind our former coach, Coach Beilein, but the 76ers are not a team they're going to be able to mess with at all. No matter what system he's got going down, players he's got right now are not going to be able to compete against the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm going with the Sixers for the win. All right, we're getting down to our final 2 NBA games this week. We have those New Orleans Pelicans. They have 6 wins and 15 losses. They are traveling to and playing against another fairly hot team. We're talking about those Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks have 14 wins and 6 losses. Tip-off for this game is 2 p.m. 2 p.m. and it's not a locally televised game. So these are just games that I needed some games, so I put them on here. But unfortunately, it's not a televised game. Sorry about that, guys. It's not one you can actually watch that I'm aware of. Well, there are ways you can watch it. I mean, you have to pay a price, obviously. There is an NBA League Pass you can get. But that costs money that the coach doesn't have. But I don't know. Some of you and your families might be able to afford it. I'm not saying it's unreasonable. I'm not saying it's reasonable either. But so that's what I got to say about that. So our last game this week, last game I have for you guys, is the Sacramento Kings. The Kings have 8 wins and 11 losses. They are traveling to and playing against Mr. Jason Boring's favorite team of all time, and they are struggling this year as well. We're talking about those San Antonio Spurs, 8-14. This is not. I haven't got a chance to talk to Jason about his team, but I'm going to assume this is not the Spurs we've seen of the past. As a lot of the good guys, probably I think have retired now. So, yes. But tip-off for this game is Friday. Excuse me. Friday, 8:30 p.m. Jeez, better hit the lemonade again. Woo. Not a televised game either. Excuse me. So you'd have to do like a league pass or something for that game as well. But it's Jason Boring's team. And I don't give up on Jason Boring teams. Got to go with the San Antonio Spurs for the victory. All right, that wraps up your picks this week. Let's go to the. There's been a lot of news this week, so let's go to the Frenzy page and get you guys up to date on everything going on in Frenzy news. And there are several ways you can follow us here at Sports Frenzy. Sports Frenzy 1 at Sports Frenzy 1 is our Twitter feed. At Sports Frenzy is also our Instagram feed. At Sports Frenzy 1 is also our Instagram feed. You can follow us just right here on the Facebook page. Or if you don't want to do that, you can go to the YouTube page at Coach Cole Sports Frenzy 1 is the YouTube page. And just watch the show right here, just like it is right now. All right, so let's head on over to the Sports Frenzy Facebook page and see if we have any. We'll see if we have any. We do have news for you guys here, so let's check it out. Oh, huge one. Arena Football League files for bankruptcy and seizes complete and total operation. What does this mean? This means that the Arena Football League that we know and we've seen on TV in the past that has been trying to survive for several years now is officially gone. Excuse me. But that doesn't mean arena football is gone, period. Because there are other arena football leagues under different names. And most of the teams that were in Arena Football League went and joined this new league. So it's not gone forever. And gosh, for the life of me right now, I can't think of the name of that league. I'll have to get on here and find it for you guys and repost what the new Arena Football League is. So apparently, one of our Detroit baseball teams, the Connecticut Tigers, I guess they're not going to be called the Connecticut Tigers anymore. They want to come up with a more new team name and logo. So, yeah. And that is going to happen on Thursday. They're going to reveal what the new name is. Shout out to Coach Boring, who should have a game under his belt by the time the show is. His team, his girls' team, he is the JV coach. And so his season is beginning. So we'll have to represent some breakout. I'm also an honorary member of the JV girls Sand Creek team. So we have to break out the shirt at some point and represent some JV basketball action. Blackhawks assistant coach Mark Crawford has stepped down against with allegations coming at him from all over the place. So he has stepped down from the team. The Grand Rapids Griffins on Tuesday signed defensiveman Brandon Anzalomany to a professional tryout deal. He doesn't actually have a contract yet, but professional tryout deal coming. Poor Reds, Trevor Bauer. He had a 300K sports car destroyed in a bizarre incident, and you guys can read that on our Facebook page. I'm not even going to go in there. Washington coach Chris Peterson has stepped down and is moving into an advisory role. The Padres acquired Jurickson Profar in a trade with the Athletics before NBA season. The Lions placed their rookie tight end T.J. Hawkinson on injured reserve for now. In Major League Baseball news, the Cubs have parted ways with Addison Russell and Blake Triman. Oh, no, sorry. Blake Trainman and Kevin Pillar hit free agency. Excuse me. Georgetown point guard James Akinjo and starting forward Josh LeBlanc are transferring. LeBlanc is facing restraining order requests, so that could be why he wants out of town. Detroit Lions fans are being discouraged to go to the last two football games of the season. People like their football. I don't see that happening. Detroit names a street after legendary Tiger Willie Horton. So congratulations to you, Willie Horton. Ex-Red Wing Johan Franzen is one of the Red Wings who is coming out and calling Babcock a bad person. Boston College fires coach Steve Andazio after a 44-44 record. Rutgers has reached an agreement with former Scarlet Knight coach Greg Chenille. He's coming back home. Texas is beginning overhauling all their staff by firing coordinators, and several other people on the team may be on their way out. Detroit Red Wings have recalled defensiveman Jonathan Erickson from the Griffins and assigned goaltender Kevin Pickert to the Griffins. And geez, that looks like about everything I have for you guys right now. Keeping you up to date on all things Sports Frenzy as of the filming of the show on Wednesday night. All right, so with that being said, I hope everybody has a great rest of their week. We will see you Sunday night for the weekend wrap-up edition of the show right here of the results part of the Sports Frenzy. So I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone. Get out there and enjoy the weekend. I hear it might be semi-nice, but who knows? Weather can change in a minute by the time you see this video. So I will talk to you guys all later. Have a great one, everyone. I'm the coach, and I'm out.